Okay, we have returned. Viewers all over, I guess probably all over the world, especially in this country, know my next guest as Alexis on the series Dynasty. She is certainly glamorous, sexy. Also has 3 teenagers. Would you believe that?
Wow.
Good comment.
You like that, huh?
Wow. Would you welcome Joan Collins?
Right.
Yes, you were
wow,
right.
Wow, is the right word.
Well, thank you very much. I have 2 teenagers.
Did I give you another child?
No, I have 3 children. One is the same age as Samantha, who I just saw
Really?
outside.
Isn't she nice?
Yeah. She's divine.
Yeah.
You're looking very attractive, I must say. Really? Do you know, I was watching the show last night, and I switched off my set at 12:30, and I thought, my goodness me, think of all the women, the millions of women in America, that when they go to sleep at night, you are the last face that they see. Isn't that exciting? I mean, what?
Right.
Think of all the things that conjures up, Johnny.
I've never really given that a lot of thought, but it's kind of intriguing, isn't it?
Yes, I thought about that because Julio Iglesias, who's, I don't know if you had on the show,
yes,
was telling me the other day, he was talking about all the people, all the women were very attracted to him, and he said, don't you ever think about this, Joan? When you're on television, all the men that are looking at you, and I said, no, I never think about it. He said, think about it. It's very interesting what they're thinking about.
Does it help you through a long night to think about that? I'm going to think about that this evening.
Not really.
Yeah. Would you like to be 11 again? You just thought you'd be at that age?
Not
today
really.
And have to go through all the changes that are taking place?
Oh, I think it's really tough to be a child today.
Yeah.
It really is, because they're so bright and they're so exposed to so many things that we were not exposed to when we were kids. I mean, I was a very protected child.
They're a lot more mature today.
Oh,
know a lot more.
incredibly so. She's really mature, that little girl.
Yeah.
She really is.
Speaking of traveling, as she was, somebody said you were in France recently,
Yes.
where you're not known particularly because, I mean, you can walk around fairly...
Yes, I can.
Safely there.
I can go into the supermarket and I can go and pinch the peaches and touch the shaman and do all of that, and nobody will say, hey, can I have your autograph? So it's nice, but the Dynasty is coming there in September.
There goes your privacy.
But I got robbed while I was there, which was not so nice.
You got robbed?
Yes. Thieves broke into my villa and robbed me of a lot of jewels, most of which was fake. Alexis's jewels.
You mean had stuff from the show that was what they call paste?
Yes. Of course, you don't think we wear the real thing, do you? We'd have to have armed guards everywhere.
I never thought of that. You could shoot Did you call Inspector Clouseau?
Come to your room and solve the crime?
No, we had Inspector Legrand, who was not terribly sort of prepossessing when I first met him, because I'd never heard of who I was, and they kept us waiting for a long time. And then when he found out that I was, actrice famous, très famous, he came around a lot then to the villa, checking out the, my brother would say, Inspector Clouseau's here again.
Same thing.
I have to examine the grass to see if the thieves left any footprints. Of course, it hadn't rained for about 2 months.
Did they just say, kind of forget it, you will probably never see it again? I mean,
no, they gave me hope.
They're on the case.
Yeah, at least they didn't take my passport.
Yeah.
No, which was one good thing.
Most of the time when I see you, and especially people see you on the show, you're always wearing knockout type stuff.
Thank you. Well,
especially on the show. What do you do when you just like to bum around?
wear an old bathrobe or a pair of shorts or an old dress. I wear the same dress all the time, something that you can pull on and take off easily
yes.
to get your hair done.
Ah, yes. Now, I didn't believe this when somebody told me, because I did this when I was young also. You had an autograph collection.
Oh, yes.
I've never said that on the show before. You know,
did?
I collected autographs also.
Who did you have? Who were your favorites?
I came to California before I went in the service. I was about 17 years old, and I had Marlene Dietrich. I had them on playing cards.
On playing cards?
I was doing magic at the time, and I thought that would be a novel way to get autographs.
Oh, yeah.
And I used to go to the Hollywood Canteen out here.
Uh-huh.
And they would sign these cards. I had Orson Welles, maybe 20 or 30 of them.
Oh, that's a great collection to
and
have.
somebody stole them.
Oh.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh. I still have mine. I have Richard Widmark, Montgomery Clift.
I mean, you actually wrote them as a teenager and said, send me your autograph?
Yes, that's why I always try and answer all my fan mail, if I possibly can. I mean, I can't answer it, but I send pictures because I remember I had one particular favorite, was an actor called John Payne. Remember John Payne?
Oh, John Payne, of course.
I wrote to him 4 times, and he never sent me an autographed picture. And I remember thinking that was really mean of him, because each letter became more and more effusive. I think you're the most wonderful, the most handsome, the most glorious actor in the world. And he never sent me one, so now I didn't like John Payne after that. So now whenever I get anything, I always answer.
Well, John Payne, if you're watching...
Yes.
Answer this lady's letters.
Yes.
Wouldn't it be funny if he's watching tonight and you get a picture and an autograph tomorrow?
Yes.
After all these years?
Yeah, but it was great because I used to also cut out pictures from magazines and put them in scrapbooks, and I have this massive scrapbook.
But you kept them?
Oh, I've got them, yes. I keep everything. I have a trunk full of old letters and autographed pictures and scrapbooks. I'm a squirrel. I keep everything. I mean, I'm a gypsy, but a squirrel.
But you don't want to throw things away?
I can't. It's part of my character.
Yeah, me too.
Is that, are you Cancer?
No. Does that mean something?
That means that Cancers like to hang on to everything. They don't like to get rid of anything.
No, I don't really know that much about astrology.
You don't?
I'm not sure. I'm a Scorpio. Does that mean anything?
But very sexy.
Well, now, how can you say that?
Because they're supposed to be the sting in the tail. Scorpions are supposed to be the, that's what they say.
A Scorpio. I knew... A Scorpio with a padlock. I knew we'd get something out of this if we hung in here.
What is that?
That's now a Scorpio that we were working with this earlier.
Oh, I see.
I said we're trying to get jokes with this, and I think you just stumbled upon them. Yes, Fred, I know we have to take a break, and we'll do that, but we're coming back.
Mama!
We're back, and we're talking with Joan Collins. Sure. You ask what this was back here, and I don't blame you for asking. Guests sometimes look back and they see this rubber chicken. It is... I can't remember how it started. I think we did a sketch one night, and we had a rubber chicken in the sketch. And we put it back here, and for some reason, every single night of the show, that chicken is there.
It is there.
It's there. It's like...
there than it surprises you suddenly.
I don't know whether it's for good luck
next guest.
or superstitious or what. Now, are you... They say most actors are superstitious. More in the theater, possibly, than anything else. But you have superstition, things you will not do if you have a choice.
Oh, yes. Yes, absolutely. I mean, you will never quote a certain Shakespearean play in your dressing room. You'll never walk under a ladder. I touch wood all the time. And if I say the same word as somebody else, you always have to do a little thing with your finger.
Now, what's that called? Remember you'd say sticks and...
What goes up the chimney?
What goes up the chimney?
Oh, that must be American.
Smoke.
Smoke?
What comes down the chimney? Santa Claus. And then what do you say?
Hope our wishes won't be broke.
Hope our wishes won't be... Something like that.
I never heard that one.
What do they do in England?
Well, in England, they just say, you say the name of a poet. Shelley or Milton
Wadsworth,
or Browning. Or
anybody.
Wadsworth, yes, depending on how many poets you know.
When you think about it, isn't that silly?
Well,
I mean, superstitions generally.
I don't think so. I think that actors live so much by superstition. They live so much by luck, by being in the right place at the right time. I mean, that's how I got Dynasty in a way, was by luck. And so you have to always think about your luck and worry about it, because you don't know what's going to happen.
Some writers, I think it was Hal Goodman and Larry Klein, give me a filler. Somebody that says it's all in the timing.
Oh, absolutely. Timing is everything. Who is it that said that talent is 10% and luck is 20% and the rest is
Sweat.
Good.
I think.
Good looks.
I don't think that was Kierkegaard, was it? It was.
No, it's not.
Henny Youngman said that at Grossingers in I don't know. What was the first time in your career that you were at the right place at the right time? When somebody said, "Hey, hello there, lovely girl."
When I was a kid, when I was at dramatic school,
Right.
I was 16 and I was doing some modeling.
Right.
And I was picked as one of the girls that they wanted to use for teenage modeling. And they were looking for a girl for a movie, a teenage juvenile delinquent girl. And so my picture was in this paper, this women's magazine, and the agent saw it and called me up and said, "Do you want to be a movie actress?"
A
And I
juvenile
said, "No."
delinquent girl.
Yes, a baby bad girl.
You've always, not always, that's not a correct characterization, but you very often have played femme fatales, the loose woman. What's the word I want?
I don't know
the
why.
wayward woman.
Yes.
Do you like that?
Well, yeah, I played a nun once. You know,
Yeah, but she was fast. No, she wasn't.
She was a novice nun. I played all kinds of roles. I mean, I've done 50 movies and hundreds of TV shows. But I seem to have been remembered for the parts that I played that were a little bit meaty and a little bit juicy because...
Don't you have more fun doing those?
Yes, I do. But I did do a very good Star Trek, which was called The City on the Edge of Forever, where I played a missionary worker. There's a Trekkie out there. And I played an extremely nice woman. In fact, Bill Shatner fell in love with me.
Well, I'm not saying you can't play nice women.
I am a nice woman.
But if you, let's say, and who's somebody who's very... Marie Osmond, were up to play Mother Teresa.
Yes.
You might lose. I mean, it is...
Neither of us look exactly right for the part, I don't think.
What's the new television film you got coming up? Don't you have a new TV movie? Or...
Yes, I have one that's coming out in November called Male Model.
Now, what kind of a role do you play?
Well, I don't play the male model.
Well, I know that. No, makeup has not progressed that far yet. But...
I play a woman who runs a modeling agency. She finds this young, hunky guy who is crop spraying in Montana and says, you should be on the cover of Gentleman's Quarterly. And brings him to New York, and then they fall in love and they have a romance. And then he realizes that he'd rather be in Montana where it's clean and fresh, and not in New York where it's, you know, bitter and twisted and nasty.
I don't know what it means. Listen, let me tell you. We're just about out of time. As a matter of fact, we are almost out of time. Hey, it's nice to have you here tonight.
It's nice to
really,
be here,
it's great to
Johnny.
see you. Dynasty could probably run forever. How many countries has it seen in? Do you have any idea?
60. I didn't know there were that many countries.
Yeah.
No,
and they have to dub in all the dialogue, don't they?
Yeah, but those residual checks come in.
Wouldn't you love to see that in Japanese?
I would.
Oh,
That's the only country it's not in.
Really?
The Japan has not bought it yet. I don't know why. But it's everywhere else.
It'll show up there. Thanks for being here.